Got a victory they've had or a lesson learned over the last week?
We don't need CRMs, which is really nice. The notebook works great. I met these doctors who had moved up from San Diego back in August at an open house. And we looked for about 2 weeks for a home. They were looking for a place that's got a view over Puget Sound and stuff. And as we got into the winter months, into fall and stuff, he kind of turned to me and he said, we're just going to wait till after Christmas because we're just not liking anything that's on the market. And I said, that's fine. I'll just, if something comes up, I'll throw it your way. And so over the last 2-3 months, I've just been sending him a property a week or, just sort of like you said, just hit him every once in a while and just, hey, how's it going? Hey, I'm doing this thing at the bar or whatever, Anyway, last week, this house popped on. We went and looked at it. Next day we put it in an offer. So we're waiting now. We did a counter and now we're just waiting to hear whether we get the house or not today. But it's just so cool, and it's a 800,000, so whatever that is, $20,000 GCI. So, it took a little while, and there's super cool people and they know a whole bunch of other doctors at the hospital. so it's great.
That is awesome, Tom. Cool. Who else has got a victory they've had, lesson learned over the last week?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Hey. Sorry, I'm not used to this video call thing. Okay. Where'd you go?
I'm here.
Okay. So I got 2 high-end buyers yesterday at my open house. That's never happened to me, so I was excited.
High five, Kim. Give it up for Kim, guys. 2 high-end buyers at the open house. Tell us about that.
So they just came in, and I have to admit, sometimes I do these open houses and I run out of time and I don't make that little paper with the other houses available. Anyway, this time I was like, I'm really going to do this right. And so they looked around, they really liked the house. And so I said, hey, why don't you make sure that this is the one you want? Here's these other ones in this neighborhood. Why don't you check these out? And I had all the little notes so they knew which ones they would want to see. And they're like, hey, I said, well, when are you going to be done? I said, okay, I'll show you at 3. And so we went and looked at them yesterday. Yay.
Awesome.
Victory was, I was sitting in an open house. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. It's really, really cold out, but trudged through. A lender comes walking through the door that came to another open house. In short version, he really wants to work with me, talking about how we could do some deals together. He says, ultimately, we come up to an idea. He's going to make calls for me. He's going to call realtors and try to set some open house appointments for me when I'm in Puerto Rico. So Yahoo!
Yeah, that's cool. Who else has got a victory had, lesson learned over the last week?
That one kind of reminds me of, that was really good, Cliff. I think what it reminds me of is I feel like with some people I'm hanging on to the client, and what Cliff just said reminded me of look, I'm not going to hang on to you. You're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. And I have a guy I have to talk to today who wants me to list his house for 30% more than what the market value is. And I have to tell him I may not be the right realtor for you. So I'm so ready to do it. I don't feel any of that clinging thing, so it feels so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.